Every story takes a journey of its own, where the easy roads don't test you. It's the adversity, the pain, the struggles that turn fear into fire. That's what makes you who you are.
The Ohio State Buckeyes entered the 2024 season with expectations as high as ever, firmly cemented as one of the nation's top contenders. With preseason odds of plus 300, they were among the betting favorites to claim the national championship, second only to Oregon. Critics and analysts alike debated whether the Buckeyes could live up to the hype, especially with fierce competition from the likes of Texas, Georgia, and Penn State. But as the 2024 College Football National Championship confetti fell, it was Ohio State standing tall, proving once again why they are a powerhouse in college football. How did they do it? How did a season of heartbreaks and redemption culminate in one of the most memorable championship runs in college football history? Let's dive into the incredible journey of the Buckeyes and how they silenced their doubters. Before we begin, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell. Your support helps us bring you more in-depth stories like this one. Heading into the 2024 season, the Buckeyes were buzzing with anticipation. With a roster stacked with talent and the addition of transfer quarterback Will Howard from Kansas State, hopes were sky high.
Transfer veteran quarterback Will Howard will lead Ohio State to begin this top 5 matchup from Autzen Stadium.
Fans and analysts alike pegged Ohio State as a strong contender for the national title, envisioning a season filled with victories and accolades. The season kicked off with a bang as the Buckeyes dominated their early opponents. However, the journey hit a bump in October, the heart-wrenching loss to Oregon. The Ducks, ranked number 3 at the time, handed Ohio State a close 32-31 defeat on their home turf. The Buckeyes were out-muscled in the trenches, and questions arose about their toughness against elite teams. As November rolled in, the Buckeyes seemed to regain their footing, securing consecutive wins and showcasing their offensive prowess. But the end of the month brought another challenge, the much-anticipated clash against arch-rival Michigan. Ohio State fans hoped this year would finally break the Wolverines' 3-year winning streak in the rivalry. But instead, they were dealt a crushing blow at Ann Arbor and a nail-biting finish as Ohio State fell short, marking their 4th consecutive loss to the Wolverines.
Michigan will defeat Ohio State for the 4th consecutive time and denies the Buckeyes a Big Ten title game shot.
This 13-10 defeat was a bitter pill to swallow, but it also ignited a fire within the team. As painful as the Michigan loss was, it may have been the wake-up call the Buckeyes needed. It became the catalyst for a remarkable turnaround. The team rallied together, addressing their shortcomings and refining their strategies. Coach Ryan Day's leadership was instrumental, as he instilled a renewed sense of purpose and determination in his players. That renewed focus was evident in the playoff opener against Tennessee. The Volunteers came in ranked 7th as SEC powerhouses with a high-octane offense, but Ohio State flipped the script. Behind a dominant defensive performance and a rejuvenated offense, the Buckeyes came out swinging, delivering a commanding 42-17 victory over the Volunteers.
Henderson breaks free! House call for Ohio State!
Quarterback Will Howard was in exceptional form, throwing for over 300 yards and 2 touchdowns. The defense also stepped up, stifling Tennessee's offense and setting the tone for the playoff run. For the first time all season, they looked like the most talented team in college football. The Ducks had handed them their first loss of the season, but this time, the Buckeyes were ready. Ryan Day and his staff made the necessary adjustments, controlling the line of scrimmage and shutting down Oregon's potent rushing attack. The quarterfinals presented a chance for redemption as the Buckeyes faced number 1 Oregon in the Rose Bowl. Remembering their earlier loss, Ohio State was determined to flip the script, and they did just that, securing a 41-21 win. Howard continued his stellar performance, while running backs Quinshon Judkins and Travion Henderson combined for almost 200 rushing yards, showcasing the team's balanced offensive attack. In the semifinals at the Cotton Bowl Classic, the Buckeyes squared off against number 3 Texas in a thrilling clash. The game was a defensive battle, but Ohio State emerged victorious with a 28-14 scoreline. Ohio State started strong with Quinshon Judkins scoring early, but Texas answered before halftime with a touchdown pass from Quinn Ewers to Jaden Blue, tying the game at 7. Just before the break, Will Howard delivered a 75-yard touchdown pass to Travion Henderson, giving the Buckeyes a 14-7 edge at halftime.
Howard, how aggressive will they be in the final seconds? Henderson can make a house call from anywhere, and look out! He just might do it! Travion Henderson!
The Longhorns evened the score in the third quarter, but Ohio State's offense and defense stepped up when it mattered most. In the fourth quarter, Judkins powered in for another touchdown after a long, methodical drive, putting the Buckeyes ahead. Jack Sawyer then sealed the deal with a thrilling 83-yard fumble return for a touchdown, capping off a dominant finish to win the game 28-14. The CFP National Championship game saw Ohio State face off against Notre Dame, a team that had quietly put together one of its best seasons in decades. The Fighting Irish came out strong, scoring on their opening drive and forcing an early turnover. For a moment, it looked like Notre Dame might shock the world. However, the Buckeyes remained composed. Howard showcased his leadership, completing 17 of 21 passes for 231 yards and 2 touchdowns. The defense tightened up, and Ohio State pulled away to clinch the title with a 34-23 victory. This win not only crowned them national champions, but also silenced critics who had doubted their resilience. When the confetti rained down, the Buckeyes were national champions once again.
The longest, toughest postseason climb in the history of the sport. And after all that, it's Ohio State together at the mountaintop, champions of college football.
For Ryan Day, it was a career-defining moment, a championship win that silenced critics and secured his legacy in Columbus. The 2024 season was a roller coaster of emotions for the Buckeyes and their fans. The early losses, particularly the defeat to Michigan, were tough. Yet these challenges forged a more cohesive and determined team. Coach Ryan Day's job was under scrutiny mid-season, but his ability to rally his players and navigate the treacherous path to the championship solidified his legacy at Ohio State. For Ohio State, this championship run was about more than just a trophy. It was about resilience, redemption, and proving the doubters wrong. The 4-year skid against Michigan may still sting, but in the grand scheme of things, the Buckeyes achieved the ultimate goal. Looking ahead, the future is bright for Ohio State. From preseason favorites to national champions, the Buckeyes' 2024 journey is a testament to teamwork and unwavering determination. Here's to the players, the coaches, and the fans who never lost faith. Go Buckeyes! So, what's next for Ohio State? Will this title mark the beginning of a new dynasty? Or will the competition catch up? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. And before you go, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out our other videos for more great college football content.